if we connect the USB, we have a drawing tablet. If we connect the HDMI and the power, we have a display. But we do not have a drawing tablet. It's one or the other. Keep watching the video if you want to know more about this. Hi, it's me again, with an ongoing video series, which I'd rather not be doing, about the Huion Canvas Pro 13-inch and the ongoing troubleshooting and temporary fixes. There's a couple of other videos that I've done. Feel free to watch those so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. Hopefully it helps out somebody, preferably me. Right, now just to clarify, because having watched a lot of other videos, I've seen that there's an updated model of this, and it has 2 USB ports. One of them is a red USB port. The model that I'm using is slightly older. It only has 1 USB port, a HDMI and a power, which then combines into this USB-C, which goes into the Huion there. There's a different cable in it at the moment. I brought a backup cable just in case the cable was broken. Right, onto the temporary fix. At the moment, the only thing that's connected is the USB-C into the Huion tablet, and then the USB USB cable into the PC. So no power and no HDMI. Now if you're using the more up-to-date model, what I think is the equivalent of this power cable is the red USB. With mine it twists into another cable which is a plug which goes into the wall. So yeah, essentially if you were doing this on the newer model, you would not be putting the red one in, you would not be putting the HDMI in, you would only be putting this black USB in. And the result of that is a drawing tablet, not a display tablet. Hopefully we can get the display back at some point, but for now we've got a drawing tablet. Oh, let's not use that green. That's right. Which it is, as you can see, quite glitchy when I'm trying to do things. You can see that it's flashing there. I'm going to disconnect my mouse in case that's causing a problem. That seems to have made things better actually. So if you're getting a flicker in one, maybe a mouse is causing a problem. Right, let's choose a slightly nicer colour. Right, so we've got pen pressure. You can see it's getting thicker and thinner there. We've got zooming in and out with the slider. The other buttons do work, however, I don't know what they do. So that's changing the size of my brush. Okay, see that? Thick, thin. This one, well, I think that's maybe undo. I'm not sure. But this is grab. Yep, so they are working. The reason that I don't really know what they're doing is because I don't actually use them. I use one of these. I find it more comfortable with a lot more options. I'd rather this was just all drawing, with no buttons at all. That'd be brilliant. Anyway, let's do a couple of tests. The power button doesn't work, so we can't turn it on and off. That's not going to work. It doesn't do anything. That's the only button that doesn't do anything. What we can do is take this USB-C out, and then obviously the device will be disconnected now, and put it back in and see if it comes back. And it does. Okay. We could try taking the USB port out at the other end by the PC. Let's take that out. There we go. That's been removed. Now let's put it back in. and see if it comes back again. Yes, it's back again. Right, let's restart the computer. So this is a diagnostic tool. I'm going to launch that first. If you've got text here, you know that it's working. If there's no writing there, it's not working. So I know that, yes, the restart has been successful. That works. However, you can see, I think this might be the problem actually. Can you see that that's as far up as I can go? I cannot get it up here. So I think that's why. It needs a monitor calibration. However, to do a monitor calibration, we need to be able to see the screen. However, we might be able to change the workspace. That could be the problem. The working area. No, the working area is saying that it's, you know, it's the whole window. So full area, see? We could try screen ratio. Let's see how high I can go up. Ah! Screen ratio seems to have fixed it. Yes, that's much better. Okay, so instead of full area that I had down here, I've put screen ratio. And now, whoa, that's got small. Yeah, now I seem to be able to have better functionality. Right, okay, good. Not so glitchy now. And also my mouse is in, and it doesn't seem to be causing any problems. Brilliant. Okay, so that's another little fix. Okay, another test then. Let's do another test. That test would be to shut the PC down. Now this can often be when things stop working. Right, computer is off, no power. Let's turn it back on. I'll be honest with you, I'm going to try and get the display to work as well, but I am going to be honest with you, I'm quite happy to just use this as a drawing tablet, albeit slightly expensive one, and not a display tablet, because I prefer to be looking this way. I find if I've got a display tablet, there's a lot of hunching over that happens. And that's not ideal for posture. No, it's best to have a straight back. The only problem is they don't tend to do just drawing tablets at this size. You're looking at 10, 11 inches, and that's your maximum. And some people will say to you, well, a lot of people will say to you, don't need to go any bigger. Well, I like to go bigger because I like to have this shoulder movement when I'm doing circles and stuff. You know, when I draw traditionally, I do A2 and stuff. Anyway, I'm getting off topic now. Yes, we've shut down, we've restarted, and it's working. No problem. Right, okay. So, let's try connecting the other cables if we can. Actually, no, I'll tell you what, let's first try taking the USB out and putting it into a different port and see if it works on any USB port. Still working? Yeah, still working in a different USB port. Right, so now I'm going to try and connect the HDMI, not the power, just the HDMI. Right, I've got the HDMI in, but not the power. And now, see, look, gone. As soon as I put the HDMI in, gone. Let me just start capturing so you can see a bit better what's happening here. Okay, so you can see there, as soon as I put that HDMI in, the text has gone. You remember I said about this text that appears over here? It tells you what the buttons are doing and what the little slider function is doing. When that disappears, you know that it's not working, and I can show you that it's not working. Let me take the HDMI back out and see if we regain functionality. Yes, comes back, look. Isn't that funny? So, it appears that possibly Windows is confused as to whether this is a monitor or a tablet. It seems to not like both things being plugged in. Okay, one thing I haven't tried is I've got, if I just show you on Device Manager here, I've got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970, which is into this monitor. So HDMI from this monitor straight into that graphics card. Then the motherboard has an internal graphics, Intel HD graphics 4600. That HDMI usually goes into the Huion. I could switch them around and try and put the Huion into the graphics card. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but we'll have to do a full shutdown and put it in that way and see what happens. So let's try that. Okay, let's start the tablet thing. Right, no, not working. Let's take the HDMI out of the back of the graphics card. And we have regained functionality. So we have definitely figured something out today. If anything, we're one step closer to solving this riddle. There is nothing wrong with this cable, despite what Huion might want to tell me. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's nothing to do, I don't believe it's anything to do with the driver. The driver software is not even running. This is a standalone diagnostic tool. So I'm going to end the video here, and there will be a follow-up video. We will eventually fix this thing. But yeah, what we've got right now is a you can see the stuff up here that's appearing every time I push a button, yeah, except for the power button because we've got no power. The one thing we've figured out today is that this works as either a monitor or a drawing tablet device, and I can prove that to you right now. Let me just, what I'll do is, if I connect the power to it, all right, connecting the power, it's gone. So when I connect the power, it's gone as well. Now, when I pop the HDMI in, you'll see the screen start to work. Okay, now here we are. Look. So now we have a screen. Right now we've got a screen with no pen functionality. Take the power out, take the HDMI out, and now we've got no screen, but we've got tablet functionality.